Hello, hello, Mandolin Blog, Episode 3, November 13th, Wednesday, 11:04 a.m. This is the fourth time I've tried to do this video. It keeps crapping out on me, so let's hope I get through this one. I am holding my brand new Loar LM-600-VS mandolin, which I got on Monday from a great place here in Raleigh called Harry's Guitar Shop. And I was playing that Savannah as of the last week and the last few months, and deciding that through playing it, I can say I officially want to dedicate and devote some time to learning to play this instrument well. And Savannah, as a very beginner, kind of entry-level, inexpensive, cheapo instrument, served its purpose. It got me interested in buying a nicer one. So whereas this A-style Epiphone I bought years and years ago didn't do that for me, because I just wasn't at that point in my musical career where that was something I was really interested in. I was kind of just like, why isn't this a guitar? I should play guitar. So now I want to play this guy. I went to Harry's to look at the Eastman mandolins, specifically the 315, MD 315, just because it had been talked about a lot at a good price point that was appropriate for me to step up to, and it looked nice. Had this nice abbreviated pick or the fretboard, and just a cool satin finish. I don't know, it just looked neat, really. And people had said good things about it, so I thought I'd check it out. I wasn't as interested in the Loar. I don't know why. It's beautiful and it sounds great. For some reason, I guess it just seemed, I don't know, seemed more like the rest of the mandolins that were out there, whereas the Eastman was a little bit, was kind of unique, and I liked that. I'm attracted to that kind of slightly different stuff. But anyway, I sat down and I played the 515, which is a step up from the 315 because they didn't have that one, and I just didn't like it. I can't articulate yet why I didn't like it because I'm kind of new to the mandolin still, so I don't know what sounds good, but it just didn't sound good to me. It didn't ring and sing out kind of like I was hoping it would, and it didn't feel very good. You know, that can have a lot to do with the way it's set up and stuff, but I don't know. Just one of those things, you get it in your hands and you're just like, nope, this isn't it. Don't know why, but it's just not. Whereas this one, I went in looking to compare the Eastman 315 with the LM-520, which is a little cheaper, a little closer in price to that Eastman. And then I picked up this guy, which is sort of the step up from the 520 Loar, and it's just got this nice binding and a cool inlay here, just some finer appointments. But you know, you get to that point where you're like, I could spend $500 or $600 on this guy, or I could go up a couple $100 and get something just, you know, that much nicer that I could keep a little bit longer. And when you're talking instruments, a couple $100 is like chump change. It's not chump change, but you know what I mean? Like, it's easy to go, let's spend a couple more $100 and get something really nice. When you're dealing with a musical instrument and you're a musician, you can easily justify that kind of thing. Even if you don't have the money, you figure out how to get it. So anyway, here it is, and I love it. I think it sounds really good, and it just feels nice. It sounds good, feels nice, and I'm happy to have it. So this is what I'll be working with from now on, at least for a little while. So the big thing today I want to talk about real quick is picks. I am a beginner as far as mandolin is concerned. I've been playing guitar for a long time, and I've been using on the guitar this Dunlop Jazz 3, which is a very small pick with a nice sharp point to it. And I got into that with just when I got into playing scales and picking individual notes on the guitar. I found that those big old floppy picks just weren't going to cut it for me. They weren't giving me the accuracy and the volume I needed. So when I moved over to the mandolin, I tried the Jazz 3 out first, but I felt like that sharper point gave it a little too much of a bright tone, and I'm kind of a fan of the slightly more mellow, warmer tone. So I picked up this D'Andrea Proplec, which is sort of a teardrop shape guy here. Picked up a few of these, and I like them. They've got a more stubby point to them, which gives that kind of warmer tone. It's a little less bright. But then I've been looking at pick stuff, because I was thinking the way I hold a pick is with more of a straight index finger, like that. as opposed to where a lot of people do it, which is along the knuckle, kind of, sort of, if I can get this camera right, where their finger is curled in a little bit more. Mine was kind of way out here like this. And I felt like that gave me this control over the angle of the pick, which it does, and I'm not ruling out how that might be helpful. On the guitar, certainly I feel like it's useful. But on the mandolin, everybody's telling me to do this. So I'm going to give it a try for a little while, see what I think, which means that this tiny pick is not going to cut it because I can't hold on to it. It's too small. So I've been playing around with this larger ProPlec that I had from my guitar days, which is the same thickness, just a different, bigger, more triangular shape, which is what a lot of the mandolin players that I pay attention to tend to use. It doesn't have any kind of bevel or anything like that. And then I've also got this Fender Heavy, which is a little bit more pointy. And I don't know, I've been playing around with this one and liking this one too, so I'm going to play around with it today when I play my little tune. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll invest in a blue chip or a vegan or something nicer, just to see what the fuss is all about. So I'm going to try playing a little bit of Blackberry Blossom. I'm admittedly not as practiced on this tune as the last two, though you could say that Billy and Lowground went terribly, but I swear I do practice that one and play it well most of the time. So I'm going to be playing with this Fender Heavy, which is a little bit brighter, but let's check it out. I'll give you a chance to hear this mandolin. And I'm going to be playing around with this tighter grip. Not tight, but more compact grip. Gosh, I can't get this right. As opposed to out here with the finger. I'm going to be kind of curling the knuckle in a little bit more. And then working on this up-down wrist motion as opposed to a rotation. I don't know, we're seeing it. I'm reading a lot of stuff, watching videos, trying to get the feel for what is unique about the mandolin. Getting that arm in the right place, kind of getting in line. Copying the greats, all that stuff. So let's see how this goes. Thanks for watching episode 3. Here's a little bit of Blackberry Blossom as best I can remember it. Alright, well that one's going to need some more work. I'll spare you the rest of it, which is terrible. Alright, anyway, thanks for watching episode 3. See you next week. Bye!